Estoy tan enamorado de la negra Tomasa que cuando se... Qué triste me pongo. Estoy tan enamorado de la negra Tomasa.
Hello, and I have just returned from my Thursday. I've just returned from my Thursday. Few pints of proper beer with Professor Furtwanger. I'm smoking a Diplomaticos from Havana. It's a celebration. It's a celebration of me actually managing to walk from the bus stop to my home without falling over and breaking my neck. I'm a soft southerner. I did spend 6 years in Scotland, which hardened me up a bit, but we've had a lot of snow here, quite a lot of snow, and ice, and there's going to be some more snow at the weekend. Being a soft southerner, we're not used to it, and everywhere is icy and dangerous, but I didn't allow that to stand in my way of my Thursday afternoon soup sonde of I've got to pat the dog during the video. Yeah, I've got into the cigar smoking. I've always enjoyed a cigar, but on a very infrequent occasion. But I thought I'd keep a few in the house. I bought myself a little humidor. I went and saw Clive today and bought the little device that tells you how much humidity's in it. I could have bought a humidor, which was quite nice, with one of those built in, but it had a glass top, and I'm notoriously dangerous with things like that, and I ended up breaking them. So I thought it's probably better not to buy one with a glass top, but it did have the I can't, where do I put that? Oh, it's over there. I'm not going to get up and show you. It's only a little, gauge thing. So anyway, I bought myself a few cigars, and I thought I'd do this is my first cigar video, and I like cigars. I've always liked cigars. Alright. One thing you'll notice is I've taken the band off. There has been some discussion of this, and interestingly, and I want to just this is just an interesting point. A lot of people have cited the illustrious client by Arthur Conan Doyle as the source of the whole taking the band off the Havana. Back in the 80s, I remember when I was about a 20-something. No, I was only just. Well, it depends which part of the 80s you're talking about, but the latter part, I was just turned 20 and stuff. And somebody bought me a Bolivar, which is kind of an aged. They're quite strong. Not necessarily. I quite enjoyed it. It was a huge one, about 8 inches long, maybe a bit. No, it's probably get aged. But I have to say, I was feeling pretty sick. and I left because I thought the bands were rather pretty, and I was immediately told by this chap with a double-barrel name that I ought to take the band off because I'd been, it's rather poor form not to do so. So, being young, so I was quite angry, and I've always been a bit of an anarchist, and I thought, no, I'm not going to take the bloody band off. But I can see, it's about being ostentatious. But anyway, back to the illustrious client. Now, a lot of people have mentioned this, Kel and Pipes to Jim and others, about taking the band off and the illustrious client. Now, the fact of the matter is, if you read the story by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, he doesn't mention taking the band off. Now, the fact that I think this is where it all comes from. This is my view, anyway. Jeremy Brett, who I have to say, this is going to be controversial as well. I like the early stuff he did with the Sherlock Holmes, but the later stuff was a bit wacky, to put it mildly. Sorry, I have to stroke the dog, he'll start whining. But I don't think too controversial. I think the Sign of Four is just the best ever Sign of Four. Solitary Cyclists, Scandal in Bohemia, the Naval Treaty. Wonderful, wonderful interpretations of the books. However, I think in the Illustrious Club, which is a later one, but actually quite a good later one, I think Jeremy Brett went to a place called Eton College, which you might have heard of if you're abroad, but you might not. Oh, Nico, he's got a flu. Eton College is well, maybe our next Prime Minister. I hope not, because I hate David Cameron. But and maybe our next Prime Minister in this country went to school, and the Mayor of London, Boris Johnson, went to school. It's a rather posh school for the upper echelons of our society. It's a fee-paying school, and Jeremy Brett was a pupil at that school, and of course he would have known the social etiquette and whatnot of this country. And one of the obviously social etiquettes is that you do not leave your band on your Havana, because you will be regarded as a bounder. And for an interpretation of bounder, I guess it would be somebody who's a little ostentatious, a little flash with his money. Perhaps other places like the nouveau riche, new money, not quite one of the old school. And yeah, so there we go. So anyway, I'm enjoying this Diplomaticos cigar very much. The problem is I could quite easily smoke cigars all day, of course, but being a man of modest means, I think it's unreasonable. So I shall be enjoying the odd one, but as I say, this cigar is a celebration. Oh yeah. The professor, who is well, by the way, if anybody was worried about that, the professor and I were drinking porter made by a brewery called Piston. Was it Piston? No, it's called Piston. I never can remember. But what was the other thing? Oh, I always try and remember. Perhaps I should take a little notebook along and make a note of what we've been drinking. But anyway, we've been on the porter and a couple of winter warmers, and it's all been very good. There we go, a couple of smoke rings. Yeah, anyway, thought I'd catch up with everybody. Hope you're all well. It's my birthday next weekend, and there might be some kind of massive smoking type video being done, because I've got a few friends coming to stay, and we're going out for a meal, and we might go and watch the new Sherlock Holmes film. I don't know yet. I'm too old to go out on the lash, but anyway, first cigar video. Hope you enjoyed it. Cheers.